may be too great to ensure victory through illegal or morally questionable means in some countries. Election results may be rigged to predetermine who will win or lose. An election may be disrupted, casting doubt on the legitimacy of the process, but I stand here today to promise to you that as far as our concerted efforts are in play, this will never be the case in our dear country. The IEC believes that an election without integrity subverts the purpose of a democratic election and cannot be considered fair and equitable. The IEC will ever concentrate on conducting free and fair elections. This, I believe, we will ever achieve by upholding governing principles such as respect for principles of electoral democracy, ethical conduct, accuracy, and transparency. Please note that these governing principles guarantee free and fair elections as essential conditions for election uprightness. A free election, on one hand, depends on freedom of speech, assembly, association, and movement, and freedom from fear. A fair election, on the other hand, depends on transparent electoral processes, equitable electoral legislation and systems, equal opportunities for all participants, an independent and impartial elections commission, such as we believe exists in our country, absence of intimidation, proper procedures, and acceptance of the electoral results. Therefore, I wish to appeal to all stakeholders to avoid violence of any sort and make this election violence-free, completely. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the IEC, in exercise of its mandate under Section 46 of the Constitution of the Gambia and Section 40 of the Electoral Act, wishes to inform the general public that election to the office of President of the Republic of the Gambia will be conducted on Thursday, 4th December 2016. The public is hereby informed that the IEC, acting under Section 47 of the Constitution and 42(1) of the Elections Act, will receive nominations for candidates for the said election of President of the Republic of the Gambia from 7 to 10 October 2016, November 2016, between the hours of 8 o'clock in the forenoon and 4 o'clock in the afternoon at the IEC headquarters, Bagel Harding Highway. In exercise of its powers given in Section 85 of the Elections Act, the IEC wishes to announce that the campaign period for the said election will be held from Wednesday 16 November to Tuesday 26 November 2016. 30th November is a rest day. Nothing should happen on that day. Everybody should just keep away from any electoral activity. It's the rest day. The public is hereby also notified that under Section 5, subsection 2 of the Elections Act, that the appointed returning officer for the election of the office of the President of the Republic of the Gambia is Ali Omar Njai, Chairman of the IEC. Nomination papers can be collected from the IEC headquarters from 3rd October. So from 3rd October, all those aspirants who are recognized by the IEC can come and collect their nomination papers. Polls will open at 8 a.m. and close at 5 p.m. Counting of ballots will be done immediately after the close of polls. In essence, the polling stations would be converted to counting centers. Now let me make this thing clear, to clear all doubts, that our system here is unique, and we are proud to say we have the best, most transparent, most free, and most accurate electoral process. Before polls start, all agents are present, all party agents are present. You know, the IEC, we have less than 20 IEC member staff countrywide to partake in these elections. Whereas we will recruit something like between 5,000 to 7,000 people. We will train them, we send them out and nobody knows where they'll be going until they are posted. So you cannot make any plan to rig elections anywhere. It's not possible. Before the polls start, let's say polling station X has got 500 voters registered under the polling station. Remember, we have 1,422 polling stations. What if we take polling station X located at area Y with 500 registered voters? We ensure that the marbles for that particular polling station is 500. And the party agents will be present there to ensure that there are 500 marbles. These marbles are kept by one of the officers engaged by the IEC. The drums on which these marbles are dropped will be emptied. They are also specified that the drums are totally empty. And they are sealed in the presence of the party agents. These party agents will take the seal numbers of those drums. These very party agents, not the IEC, will escort those drums into the polling booth. They will now sit around the table with members of the IEC. And any voter who comes, that voter's name is announced, the number is announced, and the party agents will tick that name against the list that they have. Anybody who goes to vote, the bell will ring and they know that person has voted. Even where one is able to get a marble elsewhere, you cannot drop 2 marbles. It's not possible without people knowing. So you can only vote once, and the voters know that. You cannot vote twice. I, as chairman, vice chairman, any member, no one has any right to go into any polling booth who is not voting. And to vote, you will have to go through the process. I will vote, he will vote. But you submit your card, which is biometric, nobody can forge it. You go and vote and move out. And it's 5 of us as commission members. We can only be in one area. So nobody has the right to go into any polling booth except the one who is voting. When voting closes, and before the ballot drums are even taken out, the party agents and the IEC staff will agree that so many people have voted. Let's say out of the 500, 350 have voted. And they'll make sure that the number of marbles remaining will be 350. So we means 150, which means 350 are in some of the ballot drums. These very party agents, not IEC, will go and take these drums out and bring them before everybody. And when the seals are then checked again whether they have been broken or not. And then the seals are open, the ballot drums are empty, and they have counting trays, and these marbles are counted, and at the end they will total exactly 350 when you add all the votes together. So nobody can rig it. It is so unique, it is so transparent that some of the neighboring countries want to copy that. So, and then once it's counted and they agree that it is 100% accurate, the party agents and the IEC will then sign the result sheet of the particular station. So this is done throughout the whole country. So nobody can rig it. Anybody who tells you the opposite can rig it. That's why you don't hear any complaint from any individual, from any party, or from any agent. But in the event that one is not satisfied with the counting, it can be recounted. And even after that, if you are still satisfied, you can appeal. But this is hardly the case, because it is there for everybody to see, and everybody will satisfy themselves that these are the number of votes cast in that particular station. So it's quite transparent, it's accurate, it's up to date. Ladies and gentlemen, As I said earlier, polls start at 8 and close at 5. But in the event that there is a queue after 5 o'clock, one of the members of staff will stand where that queue ends. So anybody who comes after that, you're not allowed to vote. But those who are there by 5 o'clock will also be allowed to vote. This does happen, but very, very rare. Very, very rare. The IEC is partnering with the NCCE and other stakeholders in order to engage on massive voter sensitization. This is made possible with funding from the government and the UNDP. As I said earlier, the system is transparent and foolproof. Please be informed that the Inter-Party Committee has been reactivated and they meet periodically at the Elections House, right in this hall. This is a forum in which political parties discuss issues pertinent to politics, elections, and electoral environment. And you in the UNDP is definitely supporting us. And we hope that some of these other agencies, whether they are embassies or donor agencies or whatever, will also contribute their quota. Let me use this opportunity to say that as far as the IEC is concerned, all our requirements for these forthcoming elections has been made available to us by the government in full. So we thank God for that. Because for elections, you cannot cut down anywhere. It has to be 100% funding or no elections at all, because you cannot do part and leave other part. And government realized this and has given us all what we need. I want to reiterate the fact that throughout the electoral process, political party agents are present from registration to declaration of results. Therefore, the process is free and fair. Even at the head office here, where results are declared after collation, because remember, we have all these polling agents to have results collated in the various regional offices. If voting ends at 5 o'clock, by 6 results are known, because it takes a very short time to count. But then it needs all these polling stations to take their results to a collation center, and it's then signed at that collation center again by the IEC and party agents. So there are party agents in each polling station, but at the collation center you also have party agents who will attest that these were the results. Because immediately counting ends, everybody will know, and they may have phoned their various offices to say this is the result that we got from this polling station. But for us to make the announcement here, we need to wait for the collation of all those results to be done, because it takes a while for people in, say, Koina to move all the way to Basse, where the collation is being done. Same thing, Bilkama area, West Coast, all the regions, they will have to take all these results to the regional offices for the collation to be done and signed again by the party agents. So this time around, since it's counting on the spot, it's unlike the time when we used to have these drums move from different polling stations to a collation center before the results are known. Now it's totally different. So it shows the transparency, accuracy of the electoral system here in the Gambia. So to conclude, I wish to take this opportunity to thank you all for gracing this occasion. The Gambia decides. I am voting. Are you? This is the theme for the cycle of elections 2016 to 2018. Thank you all very much.
Yeah, I'm Majanko Samusa, member of National Convention Party. As Mr. Chairman, and for him to clear the doubt on the voting time from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock.
It's 5.
5 o'clock, of which the polling station will close.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, in our tradition here, since the First Republic and the Second Republic, once people are on the queue, and people are coming there on the queue, you cannot cut the queue. You cannot stop. Because one, where the queue ends, as you stand there, you can see somebody coming. So in that case, you don't have to. I don't think it will be fair in an electoral process to stop that individual not to join the queue. And she has left all with intention to vote. It is not, to your knowledge, what caused the delay, whether through by communication or whatever. But once he came, until you identify, you saw him, so you cannot stand and say, no, that's where the queue stopped. You don't. In the First Republic, we do it until daybreak. We'll be voting. As I contested in the First Republic, and I went to Parliament as an opposition member. I contested in the Second Republic. I lost. And then we did it. Once people are coming, you wait until everything, you give a time. This is what we normally do. So I become surprised. This thing become a big surprise to me. That when you, Mr. Chairman,